How the Marksheets can really benefit a golf course, there's multiple applications. To start with tournament operations, it not only speeds the process up, but it reduces the amount of error for double entry, just mistakes in general, no entry, people forgetting to mark sheets. The speed of being able to see the results is huge. I mean, a lot of times after tournaments, it will take us 20, 30, 40 minutes to process all the information and then come up with some results so that the players can see where their standings are, as well as find out what their tee times might be for the next day. We can calculate those standings much more quickly. From an instructional point of view, it's a huge tool for instructors. We can really pinpoint where the golfer needs to focus their attention. For the end user, for the golfer as well, to be able to track their rounds and see how they're doing on their own, a lot of times can give them a lot more positive feedback than they realize, because it's black and white. It shows them right on the paper how they're doing. There's a lot of different applications that I think at all levels it can be useful for the clubhouse, men's and ladies clubs, the instructor, as well as the end user. Tournament operations for our PGA within the chapters and the sections, to be able to place the scores in at a much faster rate just makes it more fun for everyone involved in the tournament and reduces the workload on the person operating the tournament as well. So far it's been simple. It's easy to use. It takes, I think, less time because you're just making scratch marks. You're not worried about having good handwriting so that you can actually remember what the score was at the end of the round. A lot of times we have conversations with our golfers who don't see as well, that trying to write a number in the small boxes is actually difficult, and even if they do, then trying to remember what it is and counting it up at the end is difficult. Whereas in this case, they can simply put a scratch mark through a bubble and, add it up if they want to. If they don't want to, the computer will do it for them. They don't need to calculate anything or add or do anything. If anything, it makes it much more simpler to keep track of your scores. It's easy. Anybody who will tell you anything about growing a business that's customer-based, we've got to have good customer service and we've got to have good relationship with our customers. And that gives us one more avenue of dialogue between our customers. They're around. People come in and tell us how they did. But in this case, we can say, hey, can we see your mark sheet? Let's see how you did. And, maybe I can give you a tip or two to help you along your way to make this course a little bit more fun for you to play. We want them to have a good time on the golf course. We run their tournament operations for them from the point of view that we prepare all their scorecards. So when they show up in the morning, each group just gets handed their scorecard, their names are on it, the format, how they're going to be playing. Then when they come in, all they have to do is hand their scorecard to a staff member, and we take care of the rest for them. Previously, before a project like this, we would be taking the scorecards, filling out score sheets on a wall, or maybe a dry erase board or something to show the results of the tournament. Now, because it has to be set before time and it's very difficult to change manually and physically, we usually set them either in order of the golf course, holes 1 through 18, or alphabetically. And then the problem with this is when the customers come in, they can find their own results, but then they have to scan through all the other results to see where they stand within the tournament operation or within the group of people they're playing against. In a case with Epson, we can then take the scorecard for the tournament operations and for the customer. They don't have to worry about it. We fire it into the printer, have all the calculations done for us, present it to them, either projecting it on a screen or on the wall, and they get to see line by line who's leading. And as every group comes in, we can change that around, and all of a sudden, we've got new groups in the lead, and it's done professionally, and it's done quickly, and it's a service we're already providing, but now we can do it much more professionally, much more quickly, and it just looks phenomenal up there. Being able to show those customers how quickly we can do it, it might even give golf courses the ability to increase that tournament fee. With this Epson Marksheet, we can run these tournaments much more professionally. The Marksheet makes it much faster, and and in fact, the faster means that the customer can be involved in the tournament, much more quickly. A lot of times the guys will kind of get bored waiting for us to do all these manual calculations, but with the Marksheet, we put it in, boom, the results are right there. And it just, again, it makes a much greater, more fun atmosphere for the tournament operations.